Tanya spent night after night in different hotel rooms with different men, all at the command of someone she once trusted. She was held against her will, beaten, and made to feel like she had no other option. At the time, all by the man she thought she loved. She felt she deserved it. Tanya felt she couldn't escape. Afraid, confused, she thought the emotional and physical abuse she endured was her own doing. She thought maybe she was just stuck in a bad place in her life. Tanya, a pseudonym, was a victim of human trafficking. She was 15 at the time and a runaway. Tanya's full story can be found at ice.gov/features/human trafficking victims share stories. Human trafficking is the second largest criminal enterprise in the world, bringing in $32 billion a year. This is according to Sadahali Sharif in her 2017 documentary, Stopping Traffic. These women and men need our help. Today, I'm going to share with you the statistics surrounding human trafficking, what you can do to help, and what I've chosen to do to help fight human trafficking. In researching this topic, I chose to not only read, but watch documentaries. I felt it was important to see and hear the survivors tell their stories. So what is human trafficking? According to humantraffickingsearch.org, human trafficking and modern slavery are umbrella terms, often used interchangeably. That refers to the exploitation of individuals through threat or use of force, coercion, abduction, fraud, and/or deception. Statistically, what does this look like? In the 2013 documentary Tricked, directed by Jane Wells and John Keith Weston, human trafficking is far more profitable and less dangerous than selling drugs. Drugs, you sell once a day. People, you can sell over and over, 20 to 30 times per day. More people are enslaved today than at any other time in history. According to the 2011 documentary Nefarious, Merchant of Souls, directed by Benjamin Nolet, the average time spent human trafficking is 7 years, with a 40% mortality rate. Victims are torn down and treated worse than animals. Even the dogs are let out 3 times a day. Like Tanya, 1 in 3 runaways will be approached by a trafficker within the first 48 hours of being on the streets. The question you'll be asking is, how can this happen in the United States? In the 2014 documentary, In Plain Sight, Stories of Hope and Freedom, directed by Noah Lambert and David Trotter, the biggest misconception in trafficking is it doesn't happen in the United States. But in fact, 80% of victims are U.S. citizens. But how can this happen here? Across all of our research, the same information came out. Victims are usually young, between the ages of 12 to 14. Most have been sexually abused and are vulnerable to being boyfriended in. It is rare for a victim to be kidnapped for trafficking. And in every case of human trafficking, the victim feels like they have no choice. So what can you do to help? You may have the same thought as I did when I was posed the same question. Really? What can I do? I'm not the police, therapist, or social worker. I'm just me. You can do more than you think, and most of it is very simple. First, become educated. I've already gotten you started. As you leave today, you will receive this handout. It has the resources and the documentaries that I watched for this presentation. Pray. Pray daily that human trafficking around the world is abolished. Don't do business with online classified ads that support adult services. Fortunately, the largest contributor to online solicitation, Backpage.com, was recently shut down in April 2018. To learn more about Backpage.com and how it contributed to human trafficking, check out the 2017 documentary, I Am Jane Doe, by Mary Mazzau. If you or someone you know watches pornography, stop. Pornography use has sparked a curiosity to try pornography. prostitution. It is commonly known in the anti-trafficking field that 80% of survivors report that their customers showed them pornography to illustrate the kinds of sexual acts they wanted performed. Maybe you will feel called like I was to volunteer. I've been aware of human trafficking for some years now, but recently have been pulled to do something about it. I've chosen to go back to school and major in criminal justice and psychology with the hopes of becoming a forensic psychologist. For now, I did some research into what I can do. I've chosen to reach out to the Sisters of St. Joseph's in St. Paul, Minnesota. They have a volunteer program that fights human trafficking. As of this presentation, I have not heard back. I'm not really sure what volunteering will entail, but I'm looking forward to finding out. Famous abolitionist William Wilberforce once said, "If to be feeling alive to suffering of my fellow creatures is to be a fanatic, then I am one of the most incurable fanatics ever permitted to be at large." Today, I started my presentation with Tanya's story. I shared the statistics of human trafficking and how you can help and what I have been inspired to do. I would like to leave you with one last quote from William Wilberforce. "The crisis of modern-day slavery does not need interested observers. It needs fanatics. You may choose to look the other way, but you can never again say that you didn't know."